Hey everybody, this is Brandon and I'm the blind fish keeper. Welcome back to the channel. Last week I showed you how to paint the background of this 55-gallon that I'm rescaping. Today I'm going to show you how I get it all decorated. You don't need eyes when all you've got is hands. So stay tuned and I'll show you how a blind guy aquascapes an aquarium. So this is my big helper here. This is Harley. So she'll probably be in and out of the video here, trying to give me a hand. First thing I'm gonna do, I like to set some of my bigger hardscape before I start laying down gravel. With fish that dig, and these are cichlids, so they do dig. My bigger, heavier pieces I like to keep closer to the bottom so that if they dig, then the pieces don't fall and collapse in on top of them. I'm gonna find a rock that I like. For a base against where I'm gonna make my cave. I think I want to use this one. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a couple of these smaller river stones inside that PVC to weigh it down so that it won't come floating up. And that's just a general area where I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna get this piece of wood out to lay it down, and then we'll start filling in with the gravel. So that's going to be my basic layout for the big pieces, and I'll just kind of build around that. And I'll just keep layering this in until I get my bottom filled in. That's one bucket down. Oh God. Alright, so I'm going to stop here for just as far as laying in the gravel goes. I feel like it looks pretty good this way. So now I'm going to start adding in a few accent pieces, and then I've still got plenty of gravel left in the bucket to fill in around those. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. I don't plan on doing just, a lot of plants or anything in here. So I really want the scape itself to kind of stand out. But I think, according to what my hands tell me, we're looking pretty good. So next step is going to be to get some water in it and get the filter set up. Alright, so this is an Aquaclear 110. It's the filter that was on here previously. Just had it on another filter, another tank while I was getting things back in order. That way I keep the biological filter alive and this tank will be somewhat ready to go. And to jump start a little further, I'm going to take out all these dirty sponges and just squeeze them right out into the tank. All this dirty, moldy, nasty stuff is full of that bacteria, and it'll spread all over this aquarium and settle in, and we should have, once the aquarium clears up, it'll be ready for fish immediately. Alright, so I know that the water is terribly, terribly dirty, but given a day or so with the filter running and letting all that sediment settle down to the bottom, it'll be clear as a bell. Another thing I'm going to add right now is some Fritzyme 7. It's a beneficial bacteria. It's a living bacteria to add to everything that's already in the tank, just to give it a little bit more of a start. I want the tank to become alive as quickly as I can. And I'll probably go on and throw a handful of snails into the tank from one of the other tanks to get going. They'll break up a lot of the waste that's in the water, and they also help to keep that biological filter going. Alright, here's the tank just a few hours after I filled it up. As you can see, it has settled down a lot, cleared up a whole lot. I did go in and plant a couple of plants, but the water was just too messy for me to film it. So here on the left side of the tank, I've got a tiger lotus planted, and then on the right side, I'm just kind of going for a Vallisneria, shoreline grassy look. I kind of wanted the whole scape to resemble kind of maybe like an old root coming out of the ground at the bank, and right at the water's edge. So I feel kind of like I accomplished that. If you guys would let me know what you think of it. My hands are telling me that it looks pretty good, so I'm pleased with it. I'm gonna let it settle overnight, and water's already testing pretty good. It's a good match for the pond, so maybe tomorrow I will be moving some of my big guys back in from out of the pond. But we will see. Anyway, stay tuned for that. The next video, I'll show you all the fish in the tank. Thanks again for sticking with me through this one, and again, I'd really appreciate it if you consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, share it out. I hope to be doing more of these, how I do what I do in this hobby. Hopefully you guys find it interesting. And I certainly don't mind talking about it. So if you have questions or want to know or see something that I'm doing, just leave me a comment. Like I said, in the next video, I'll show you everybody back in the tank. And again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.